Welcome to Facebook. Welcome to my Facebook Live, Monday, July 10th. Thanks for dropping by. My name is Jason Krausert, and I'm the founder of Couples Way to Wealth, and also I'm a debt counselor and a couples financial wellness coach. So welcome in. Sorry, I was just a little bit distracted by the technology wasn't quite working, so you can just bear with me for a moment here. I'm just going to invite a few other people to join. Oops. So I'll just be two shakes, getting some technology stuff sorted out here. Okay, there we go. Great. Well, thanks again for joining me. Today we're going to talk about something that kind of was triggered when I had a little, we'll call it an episode last week. And so I just wanted to share that. Again, my name's Jason Krausert, and I'm a debt counselor and Couples Way to Wealth founder. And I've been working with close to 1,500 clients over the last few years to show them, help them develop a plan for becoming debt-free and savings rich. I work right now. I'm focusing mostly on working with clients who are in that 50 to 60 age bracket who are looking towards retirement, but are a little bit perhaps concerned about whether or not they're going to be able to afford the retirement that they're wanting, or they may have to delay it because of lack of savings, or because of debt, that sort of thing. So I'm working with them to help them develop a solid plan so that they can have the best shot possible at the retirement that they're wanting. So, like I said, what I'm going to talk about today is about. It's about a trick, if you will, or a secret, an insight for being able to, be satisfied and happy in your life and in your finances, and be generous at the same time, but through kind of a way that's not always the first that you might think of. So what happened was, I think it was last Tuesday. I was on the day 4-day period off work, and so I had great plans coming into that weekend. I was going to get all sorts of stuff done. And there were a couple of days I knew I wasn't going to be able to get too much done because some really cool stuff happening. My niece graduated from high school, so we went to her graduation on Friday night, and then spent Saturday in Canmore in the Rocky Mountains with her and my family, just celebrating Canada Day and enjoying the beautiful scenery and weather. And then on Sunday, Donna and I decided we wanted to go to a Black Diamond just outside of Calgary just to take in a music festival out there. So didn't get a lot done those days. So the last 2 days of the time off, I was going to knuckle down and really get some things done. And it didn't happen. On Monday last week, I was getting a little frustrated, and I was wanting to realizing I wasn't going to get done what I wanted to get done. I saw other things that needed to come in and happen, or that were on my mind, other things not business related, mowing the lawn and all that sort of stuff. And so I was getting frustrated, and to be quite frank, I was getting a little bit whiny. And Donna noticed that and suggested, Jason, why don't you just go out to a coffee shop for a few hours and, take your computer and really focus and get some stuff done in the afternoon. So I thought, okay, good idea. So I did that, and I got a fair amount done, came back feeling a lot better. And then I was also able, when I got back, I was able to help Donna out with some things that she was working on. So what I'm trying to get across here, what my message was that there's times where you have to focus on yourself, getting yourself set up, yourself feeling satisfied in a strong position, so that you can not only feel good in your own life, but then that will then empower you to go out and do things in the world as well, because you'll feel you won't be distracted, you won't be getting frustrated. I know for me, like I said, I felt better when I got back last week from the coffee shop, and so I was able to work with Dawn on some stuff that she was doing without, and enjoy it without feeling like something was on the back of my mind that I needed to be looking after. So, of course, so one way to look at that is putting first things first. Making sure that you're looked after so that you can look after others. Now, of course, this applies to your finances as well. We all have lots of goals, lots of things that we want to accomplish. And, whether that be, paying off debt, savings, retirement, could be buying a new house, going on a great vacation, whatever it is, there's lots of things that we want to accomplish. And if all the must-dos and the have-tos and the shoulds get in the way and prevent us from accomplishing some of those things, you tend to get frustrated, you tend to get a little bit on edge, and you feel kind of rudderless. And so it's really important, and my message here is that it's important to make sure that those things are looked after. Now, why is that? From a financial perspective, when you tend to put the things that you want to accomplish off on the back burner and look after other essentials first, or other friends or family first, what tends to happen, one of the areas that tends to suffer is savings. In Canada and the US, savings rates, personal savings rates, that's the amount that a household saves after the percent of their disposable income that they're able to save, is right around 5%. Now, that's up from a few years ago, but down quite significantly from the last decade or before that. I was doing some research, and people in their 50 to 65 range in Canada and the US just don't have enough saved for retirement. And in some cases, they have barely enough to get them through a first year of retirement. So, those are the sorts of things that can give when you're not focusing on yourself first. And of course, when you're in that situation, it's hard to give to others when you're not able to, when your own situation isn't looked after. So, what I would call that would be an enlightened selfishness. So that's in a selfishness where you look after yourself first, so that you put yourself in a strong position, so that you're able to go out and help friends, help family, help others, causes that you believe in, without putting too much stress on yourself or undermining your own goals and whatnot. So having that strong foundation for yourself allows you to not only obviously be satisfied and happy with what you're producing, but you're also able to then go out and help others without undermining your own well-being. Now, a couple ways to look at this. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything on my notes there. This is kind of like, when you're in an airplane and they're giving the hostess is giving that spiel right at the start and all the safety issues and whatnot. And one of the things that they always say, is if in the event of emergency, make sure you put your own air mask on first, your own oxygen mask on first, before helping your kids. Obviously, if you're not able to, if you're in distress, you're not going to be able to help your kids. They want you to get looked after first, so that you're in a good position to look after others. Another way to look at it, it's hard to fill another person's cup when your own pitcher isn't full. So, there's all sorts of cliches that point to this. The point being that while I'm not suggesting that you're out there, being a rough and tumble, stab everyone in the back to get ahead type of selfishness, it is a selfishness where you make sure that you're looked after so that you can help others as well, and have a happy and satisfying life yourself. So how do you do that? So after all your essentials are handled, so now let's say you've got your housing paid for, food, car payments, whatever, all those sorts of things handled. Then you have what's called your discretionary income. Okay, so discretionary income is income that's left over after taxes are paid, after all those essentials that I just mentioned, after all those are handled. Okay, so what I recommend is from that discretionary income, that's where you're going to get the savings for all the things that you want to do, whether it be retirement or travel or whatever it is. That's where that money's going to come from. So set it up so that you automatically are able to set some of that money aside. Now, maybe, that could also, I'm talking about savings a lot, but it could also be paying down debt, so that you're in a position to help others, or you maintain your credit rating and whatnot, so that you're not in a difficult position if your kids need help or anything like that. So what I would suggest is, with that discretionary income, take a percentage of that and automatically, set it aside. Put it into in Canada, could be a tax-free savings account, or in the US, you have your Roth accounts and whatnot. Automatically transfer something into those accounts. You can do that at your bank. They'll set that up for you. It just takes a few minutes. Or in a lot of cases, you can do it online with, in your online banking. You just set it up to have that amount transferred on a certain date. This is the principle of pay yourself first. So what's generally recommended is that you get paid, and then on that day or the next day, a percentage of that just goes straight into your savings account. So you're setting yourself up to make sure that that's looked after first. Also, things like contributing to your employer-sponsored group savings plans. That's a great way to have set some money aside automatically and have your employer match it. So it's 100% return right out of the gate. So it's really hard to get that in the market. So definitely, if you're not doing that, make sure that you do that. Also, if you get any windfall or extra income, things like inheritances, just change in your pocket, tax refunds, extra money that's left over at the end of the month if you're under budget in some categories, maybe things like gifted money, bonuses that you get from work, lottery winnings, that sort of thing. Take a percentage of that, and don't have to take all of it, because of course you want to put some of that into having fun or whatnot. But take a percentage of that and just automatically set it aside, or pay off some debt with it, or do something that sets yourself up for your own goals and what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So what I'd like you to do is, just in the comments section below, just maybe leave a comment. Just let us know, what sort of things you're going to be taking on first. What are priorities that you're going to put at the forefront, so that you're able to have those accomplished in your life, and so that you're able, and also, what are you going to do to make that happen? How are you going to automate that process, or what are you going to put in place so that you have that happening automatically, without having to think about it, and without having to risk forgetting about it if other things come up. So I'm here every Monday night at 7 o'clock Mountain Time for Money Mindset Monday. And we also broadcast live Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Mountain Time for Wealth Wednesday. And so if you, I'd love it if you, I'm going to post a link to my Couples Way to Wealth private Facebook group. Click that link, ask to join the group. There'll be these posts go up there, as well as other information that's available only to group members. So get in there and engage and learn and share and really about building a community there of financially minded people who want to really move forward ahead in their lives and finances. So, and if you do that, don't forget to click the notifications tab in the banner, where you're able to select how you want to be notified. So you get notified of these events or these Facebook Lives and other posts that go up there. So like I always say, you don't need to see the full journey getting from where you are to where you want to go. The most important thing is that you just take the next step. You just got to see, take that analogy again of the headlights at night. You just need to see as far as the headlights, and then the next steps will be illuminated as you move forward. So again, my name is Jason Krausert. Really acknowledge you for coming out. If you get something can help your finances, and hope to see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.